Taylor Bisciotti, NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. DK Metcalf is getting paid. The Seahawks All-Pro wideout agreed to a 3-year, $72 million extension Thursday. The deal includes a $30 million signing bonus, most ever for a wide receiver. No contract yet for Lamar Jackson, but the Ravens quarterback says he and the team are continuing to negotiate. He remains optimistic that a long-term deal can be reached before the start of the season. Elsewhere, NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reports the Cardinals took out the now controversial clause in Kyler Murray's contract that required 4 hours of game plan study each week. Murray said Thursday questions about his study habits were disrespectful, adding, quote, "I put in an incomprehensible amount of time, blood, sweat, and tears into what I do." And it sounds like the Cowboys will be without Michael Gallup for a while. The receiver is recovering from a torn ACL and said being ready for week 1 was, quote, "not a reasonable possibility." This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation and discreet shipping if prescribed. Love your results or your money back. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
DQ presents the sound of a summer double play. It's the sound of drumstick pieces and peanuts combined with world-famous soft serve to make 2 all-star treats. The drumstick with peanuts blizzard and new caramel drumstick with peanuts blizzard. Grab one today or get it delivered at DQ.com. Official treat of MLB. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Well, happy Thursday to you. It's the 29th day of July, 2022. I'm Carroll in the newsroom. It's Gene. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, Carroll. It's Friday.
It's a Friday, another day to curl your hair.
Yes.
Oh, well, coming up in the news, we've got a story, an interim police chief in the city of El Centro.
Yeah.
And we salute Robert Sawyer. And we also salute Brian Johnson, who is retiring.
Yeah, we want to say thank you.
Yes. So Chief Johnson was always available. Chief Sawyer, always available. And, makes sometimes our job easier. And we salute the interim chief. And we wish the retiring chief the best.
The best, all the best.
Yeah, okay.
I just wanted to tell him, I wish you could have all, I know you're listening right now, you could have all seen Carroll with his salute.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm celebrating. Today is the day I reported for induction into the U.S. Army. The beginning of my 2-year career. And the Army survived.
You were in for longer than 2, weren't you? Isn't that the deal? Well, no. Army only goes 2 then. Huh?
Draftees only did 2.
Okay.
Yes. I didn't go kicking and screaming. I didn't really want to go, but there are a lot of us that Uncle Sam said, we want you, and we showed up.
And you, all right.
Yeah, I had at one time considered moving to Canada, but I don't speak the language, so that wasn't a good fit for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Well, let's see. Arnold Schwarzenegger is now 75. Yeah. Arnie's not planning anything big, just a quiet dinner with his families.
Yeah. Yes, sirree.
And, you and I can relate to this. A report finds that today's pop music is louder and has less variety than pop music of years past. Okay. The study was conducted by everybody's grandpa, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you remember growing up, how many times did your father say to you, how can you listen to that stuff?
Yeah. Makes me sick.
Yeah. Why don't you listen to Perry Como?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me sick.
Yes. No, that was,
not really.
I think every kid growing up and today is no exception. Why don't you, how can you listen to that?
Well, yeah, they the Beatles and that whole thing when they came around.
Yes.
You just don't know what the world's coming to.
Oh, yes. Going to hell in a handbasket.
Yep. Very quickly.
Okay. Are you ready for some birthdays?
Birthdays we better go to or we're going to get in trouble.
Okay, actor Robert Fuller is 89. He was on Laramie on TV. Actor David Warner is 81. I think he died Monday. I have to check. Actor Roz Kelly is 80. Neil Doty of REO Speedwagon is 76. REO is Ransom E. Olds, the Oldsmobile guy. Anyway, actor Mike Starr is 72. Getty Lee of Rush, 69. Documentary maker Ken Burns, he has done some incredible things.
Incredible stuff.
Is 69. Actor Dean Haglund is 57. Actor Tim Amundsen, 53. Actor Atto Essendo is 50. Actor Will Wheaton is 50. Actor Stephen Dorff, 49. Actor Josh Radnor, 48. Actor Caitlin Black is 39. Actor Kate Fairbanks is 29. We got local birthdays, but we got Dippy first.
Dippy Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Dippy Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to David Briseno, Gunnar Hendrickson, Diana Flores, Irene Kaktakian, Johnny Garcia Jr., Roy Cano, Bo Carson, Elvia Perez, Fidencio Sanchez, Greg Ramirez, Jim Abadi, John Beltran, Martha Amparo Cruz, Shirley Hansen, Yvette Garcia, Diana Gallegos, Audrey Garcia, David Palacio, and Sylvia Marroquin. Happy birthday from KXO.
Happy birthday.
Yep, getting the birthdays in the month of July, which I believe would make them Leos.
Well, I could be. You're talking about the horoscope,
the zodiac sign. Yes.
Zodiac sign.
Yeah, I believe they are Leos.
Leos. And
Pam, my wife Pam, has a birthday coming up in about 2 weeks, and she is a Leo.
Okay.
And my birthday comes after that, and I'm a Virgo.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. And we still get along. Amazing.
You're not supposed to? Is that?
I don't know. I follow, that sort of thing as much as I follow the lottery.
Well, you go out one door and everybody else goes out the other. Huh?
Oh, well, well, our schools win too. No, they don't. It's all going into administration and taxes.
It sounds nice.
Yeah, $1.2 billion. You take the cash settlement, you get about 600,000 and or 600 million, and then they take out 145 million in federal taxes and another big chunk in state taxes.
And you owe them.
Yeah, you end up. Yeah, and that's the way it's supposed to work.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
It's modern math, and it's...
Yes. Okay, are you ready for the news?
We have news coming up.
It's a look at world and California news headlines right now, brought to you by your friends in the business. We're talking about Lock Air Conditioning and custom sheet metal.
CBS News Brief. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear tours flood devastation in his state after updating the death toll to 15 and counting. It includes children.
There are some people that are hard to get to. The current is significant, and there are a lot of people out there that are still in danger that need your prayers.
Consumer prices climbed 6.8% from January through June. Spending rose 1.1% last month. And business analyst Jill Schlesinger says
the personal savings rate dropped to 5.1%. Many Americans have been forced to dip into their excess savings that they accumulated amid the pandemic to contend with higher prices.
Biden administration's reached an agreement with Moderna to buy 66 million million doses of new COVID booster shots. Vanderbilt's Dr. William Schaffner says they offer
more specific protection against these Omicron variants. So we look forward to these updated vaccines sometime this fall.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. With a growing number of monkeypox cases in the city, San Francisco Mayor London Breed has declared a local public health emergency.
By sounding the alarm, what we're saying is this is not going to be ignored, that this is a public health crisis.
San Francisco currently has 281 monkeypox cases. A community meeting was held Thursday night to update residents on the Oak Fire. Mariposa County Health and Human Services Director Joe Lynch says an assistance center will open Monday morning at Mariposa High School.
The local assistance center is not just for people that have lost their homes. It's for people that have damage, that have any loss at all.
The fire, which is now 42% contained, has destroyed 90 residential structures. And finally, at least one person has been killed and 2 others wounded in 2 separate shootings in Reseda overnight. Los Angeles police detectives are investigating whether these shootings may have stemmed from an attempted robbery. Steve Clausen, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call the experts, your friend in the business at Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Did you book the Townsend's 10th anniversary ticket?
Alona's travel agency is overbooked and experiencing delays. She needs to land a new project manager to clear her business's runways.
Yes, Mrs. O'Hara, we checked. Pygmy goats do not count as emotional support animals.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? Would you notice the 16-year-old boy who got his first job?
Not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am Hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
It's page 1 of local news. Page 1 is service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. You know they have 3 locations in the Valley at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Friday morning, a decrease in active COVID-19 cases. George Gale has the details.
New COVID numbers were released Thursday morning. Numbers are provided by the County Public Health Department. According to the new numbers, there are now 1,262 active cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County, down by 100 from the 1,362 cases reported on Tuesday. New cases per day per 100,000 population now at 74.20, with a positivity rate of 42.5%. Deaths attributed to the virus are now at 946, an increase of 1 as compared to the Tuesday numbers. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, the city of El Centro has appointed an interim police chief. Deputy Chief of Police Robert Sawyer has been named to serve as interim chief of police for the city of El Centro, effective today. Sawyer takes over from Chief Brian Johnson, who has retired after 4 years with the city. Sawyer served as a reserve officer for the city before beginning as a patrol officer in 1998. Sawyer rose in rank until being promoted to commander in 2015. In 2018, he became chief of police in Brawley and served there until returning to El Centro as Deputy Chief of Police. That was in 2020. El Centro City Manager Marcela Piedra said Robert brings a significant law enforcement background to the position. His experience will allow him to work effectively with the police department personnel and the residents of the community. KXO News Time 743.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Centro Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
In other local news this morning, El Centro Regional Medical Center has a vaccination clinic coming up. George Gale has more.
It will be held Saturday. The COVID-19 vaccination clinic is being hosted by the El Centro Regional Medical Center. Clinic is for those 5 years of age and up. It is scheduled for Saturday, tomorrow, from 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon at the IV Mall. First and second doses and first and second boosters will be available. You can schedule an appointment by calling 760-482-5000, or you can just walk in. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers at the Calexico Port of Entry intercepted more than $8 million worth of narcotics over a 5-day stretch. Total of 603 pounds of fentanyl, 187 pounds of meth, and a small amount of marijuana were located inside travelers' vehicles and luggage between July 13th and the 17th. On July the 13th, over 130 pounds of fentanyl were discovered in a vehicle. Nearly 228 pounds of fentanyl was discovered on July 14th following a canine screening. On the 15th, over 106 pounds of fentanyl were discovered utilizing the port's imaging system. 66 pounds of fentanyl discovered in a traveler's vehicle and luggage. On the 17th of July, 72 pounds of fentanyl and nearly 187 pounds of meth were discovered using the port's imaging system. David Salazar, CBP Port Director at the Calexico Port of Entry, said fentanyl is a very lethal drug, continues to be on the rise, and our officers will relentlessly continue doing everything they can to keep this hard narcotic off our streets. The total estimated value of the narcotic seized, again, $8.25 million. That's 8.25. All travelers were turned over to Homeland Security. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations to serve you, and a mobile service van. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Are you tired of all the clutter and junk in your house, your yard, or your business? I've got your answer. Give All Valley Junk Removal a call at 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. Yes, they'll come by and give you a free estimate on removing your junk. They do it all. Commercial junk removal, tenant cleanouts, storage cleanouts, yard cleanouts, and more. Even heavy objects. All you have to do is call All Valley Junk Removal, 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. They work 7 days a week to accommodate you, so call All Valley Junk Removal.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, all brought to you by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30, and by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, 7 a.m. till 3 p.m.
Well, I know you may find it hard to believe that we're talking about the cattle call, the 2022 installment, which will be here before you know it, but they have a theme contest that is coming up before that. The deadline for submission, George Gale explains.
The deadline for submissions is this Saturday, tomorrow. The Chamber of Commerce for the Greater Brawley is hosting the contest. Public is encouraged to submit a theme for this year's cattle call event. Submissions will be judged on creativity and originality. The winner will be named a 2022 Cattle Call Junior Grand Marshal. Contact the Brawley Chamber for all the information needed to submit a theme for this year's Cattle Call. Remember, deadline is tomorrow. Cattle Call begins in early November. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Heber Road will experience a 30-day closure. According to the Imperial County Department of Public Works, the road will be closed between Barbara Worth Road and Metz Road from August 1st to September the 1st of this year. The closure is necessary for the rehabilitation of the roadway. Detours will be marked. The closure will be on a 24-hour-a-day basis. Well, County Board of Supervisors in the Valley approve a wide-ranging EIS. Here's more on that story.
This week, the County Board of Supervisors agreed to contract with a consultant. Dudek Consulting will perform a wide-ranging environmental impact statement that could help future lithium-related projects fast-track their way through the California lengthy permitting process. The programmatic environmental impact statement is needed to rush projects through the permitting process in order to produce a battery-grade lithium as soon as possible. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
It's time for the City of Westmoreland's cleanup. The Imperial Valley Resource Management Agency is sponsoring the cleanup this Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Westmoreland residents can drop off computers, monitors, TVs, passenger car and light truck tires. This is at 201 West 1st Street. By the water pump. Proof of residency is required. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are two locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime rib, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
Here's Carol Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, chances for showers and isolated thunderstorms will continue over the next several days. A gradual drying trend during the first half of next week should lower rain chances overall, but at least a daily 10 to 20% chance will persist across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. High temperatures will continue to run below normal over much of the area. Temperatures will eventually return closer to normals by early next week. 107 the high yesterday, 88 our low. Today, it'll be partly sunny with a high near 102. Southeast wind 5 to 15 miles an hour. A slight chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 p.m. Then a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after 5 p.m. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 83. Southeast wind 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 104. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 104. Southeast wind about 10 miles an hour, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms afternoon. 90 degrees downtown, 59% relative humidity, wind out of the southeast, 7 to 10 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley. They're open every day. And by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, Imperial Valley's fine dining experience.
Drop it like it's hot this summer at Kokopah Resort and Casino for your chance to win up to $1,000. We'll draw 2 winners each hour from 5 to 8 p.m. to drop a Plinko disc for rewards play and cash prizes every Wednesday and Saturday in July. You can earn entries starting July 1st daily by playing your favorite slots and table games with your rewards card. For complete rules, see the Kokopah Casino Rewards Club. We love our loyals at Kokopah Casino and Resort, South Highway 95 in Somerton.
And it's sports time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball, the Marlins slipped by the Reds 7-6. Orioles shut out the Rays 3-0. Yankees edged the Royals 1-0. Phillies topped the Pirates 8-7. Blue Jays beat the Tigers 5-3. Red Sox rolled over the Guardians 4-2. Astros beat the Mariners 4-2. It was the Rangers blanking the Angels 2-0. Giants topped the Cubs 4-2. And the Dodgers pounded the Rockies 13-0. And Angels, Shohei Ohtani, says, hey, right now, I'm an Angel. Talks have been heard that he might be heading to New York. Speaking of New York, the Mets acquired outfielder Tyler Naquin and left-handed reliever Philip Deal from the Cincinnati Reds in a trade for 2 minor leaguers.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, a independent study clause that was in Kyler Murray's contract, it's been removed. Yes. After seeing the distraction it created, we removed the addendum from the contract. According to the Cardinals, it was clearly perceived in ways that were never intended. Right. And the Seattle Seahawks and star wide receiver DK Metcalf have agreed to a 3-year, $72 million extension. It includes $58.2 million in guarantees. The guaranteed total includes a $30 million signing bonus. Yeah, so now you know why it costs you $850 a person to go to an NFL game. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Mortgage rates dropped last week as fears grow that the U.S. economy is entering a recession. The 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 5.30% in the week ending July 28th, down from 5.5% the week before, according to Freddie Mac. Meanwhile, employers continued hiking workers' pay, but the increases still weren't enough to compensate for the even faster rise in inflation. Wages and salaries for civilian workers increased 1.4% in the second quarter, 5.3% over the year ending in June, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. However, the picture is not as rosy once inflation is taken into account. Wages and salaries declined 3.5% over the past year after adjusting for the rising prices. And right now, the big board showing green, the Dow up 142 points, S&P 500 up 40. The NASDAQ is up 162 points. Gold up $9.60 an ounce. Oil jumped $5.29 a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
We'll have partly sunny skies today with a high near 102. South-southwest wind 5 to 15 miles an hour. There is a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 p.m. Then a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after 5 p.m. That's a 20% chance of precipitation. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 83. South-southeast wind 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 104. South-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. And right now, downtown El Centro, we are looking at 91 degrees, 59% our relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast at 7 to 10 miles an hour. Financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, in El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best wings in town.
Burgers and Beer. What I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu. Everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Steve Kathan. Local rescue teams and the National Guard are searching for the missing in eastern Kentucky after the flooding that has people surveying the damage.
Sure devastation. The river's never been out of this banks over here across the highway. Never been like that in my lifetime.
Kentucky's governor now says at least 16 are dead. The Weather Channel's Mike Seidel is in Garrett, Kentucky.
Some of the water systems here in the state of Kentucky are out of service, so the governor, Andy Beshear, is now taking charge and getting fresh drinking water to those affected areas. Recovery may take months, if not years, for the families hit by the worst flooding here since 1977.
The Biden administration says it's reached a deal with Moderna for 66 million doses of a next-generation COVID vaccine. Infectious disease specialist Dr. William Schaffner says that, plus more than 100 million doses already lined up from Pfizer, should be enough supply for later this year.
We want these vaccines to be widely available and continue to be free to everyone. I would anticipate virtually all adults will be recommended to receive this new updated vaccine once it becomes available this fall.
Russia and Ukraine have each accused the other of shelling a prison in the eastern part of the country that is said to hold dozens of Ukrainian prisoners of war. CBS's Cammie McCormick says it's believed more than 50 people were killed.
Russia says Ukraine's military used U.S.-supplied rocket launchers to strike the prison in the separatist east. Ukraine denies that, and its foreign minister says it's another war crime by Russia. Ukraine accuses Moscow of shelling the prison to cover up the alleged torture and execution of Ukrainians there.
Russia's foreign minister says he's open to a call with Secretary of State Blinken to discuss a possible prisoner swap. The U.S. says an offer was made weeks ago. New numbers from the government include a 6.8% jump in a key inflation gauge in June from a year ago, largest increase in 4 decades. CBS's Jill Schlesinger says other indicators are out too.
Incomes were up as expected by 0.6% in June, and spending was up by 1.1%. Many Americans have been forced to dip into their excess savings that they accumulated amid the pandemic to contend with higher prices.
The largest jackpot in U.S. history is up for grabs in tonight's Mega Millions lottery drawing, $1.1 billion.
I'll donate to different organizations. Move out the country, first thing I do is probably get one of them Lamborghinis.
Well, checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 92 points and the NASDAQ is up 132. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
An ice cream treat that appeared to be melting away may not be done yet.
Choco Taco, a frozen treat that's mighty fine.
Lots of fans have been singing the blues, including inventor Alan Drazen, since Klondike announced it was discontinuing the ice cream treat. Parent company Unilever blamed an unprecedented spike in demand and the pandemic supply chain for what it calls its necessary but unfortunate decision. Seems it's heard the blowback. Klondike's Twitter account teases, stay tuned, under an image of a Choco Taco holding a press conference. Drazen, who conceived the confection 40 years ago, says he's gotten thousands of emails, texts, and calls. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Prosecutors in Spain say they'll ask a court to give pop star Shakira 8 years in prison if convicted in her expected trial for alleged tax fraud. They also plan to seek more than $20 million in fines. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Carroll Buckley.
Everybody's talking about you.
Carroll Buckley.
You're the talk of the town.